Hey guys, what's going on? Is the Sheriff here coming with another Watcher Realms video. So today we're going to be talking about the top 5 tips for beginners in this game. And let's just jump right into it. The first tip is going to be summoning. So if you click here to summon, once you unlock the ability to summon, they'll give you a little bit of a tutorial, but they won't tell you that you actually will pull your first legendary champion within the first 70 summons of these blue rare summoning crystals. So if you click right here, you can actually see how many summons you've done. You can tell I'm on my free to play here. I've done 277 summons. It will tell you where you're at, and within your first 70, you will pull a legendary champion guaranteed. So every single summoning crystal, as soon as you get it, you want to come here, summon. Every single diamond you have, you want to come here and summon. I would leave 70 to 100 diamonds just in case in the Dwarven Association. And when you come here, you can find summoning crystals on sale for 20% off, and I've even seen a couple that are 40% off. So that'll be 70 diamonds and I believe 54 diamonds, or 56 maybe. Um, So you want to do that and make sure you can summon your legendary hero as soon as possible. Now, the second tip is going to be choosing who you invest in. You want to make sure that you invest in the right champions. You don't want to be investing your precious XP and promotions on your starter characters that you get like Borut, Camille, Rex, and Voltus is actually okay. He's a decent mage. You can see I brought him to 5 stars here. He was able to help me clear some content. Um, but you definitely still don't want to invest too much in him. You can tell I've already stopped using him. He's in pretty much just all blue gear, and really is not on the roster except for his faction trial and maybe a couple of the mage promotion raids. Um, and again, you'll be pulling your legendary pretty early on in your first 70 summons. So if you're pushing that for that very hard, that will be a great first person to invest in. You also get a free marksman. It will be either Idril, Brienne, or Theowen. All three of those are great characters and definitely well worth investing in, especially to at least 5 purple stars. So as soon as you pull that person, I would probably switch all of your investment into that character until you pull your legendary, and then I would move over to investing in your legendary character. Um, which brings me to the next tip, which is going to be use your free champions. This game is excellent and it gives you excellent free champions like Idril, like Wrath right here, and like Mari. Mari you get as a day 3 login, and she is excellent. She has her ultimate is a freeze, and it freezes everybody in place. And she has another passive skill, which is one of the best skills in the game. You may invest in her and realize that she's not doing too much damage, but if you take a look at this skill right here, she slows, which is very nice. But targets who are inflicted with slow, which all of her attacks trigger slow, will receive vulnerability. And you can see physical damage taken plus 20% and magic damage taken plus 20%. So all of your other heroes that are hitting that target will be doing 20% more damage. And if you're able to skill it up like I have here, it gives an extra 5% damage taken. So you bring her into Clan Boss, and all of your champions are doing 25% more damage to Clan Boss. You bring her into Gear Raid 1. She not only is able to slow and freeze all the waves, but she's helping everybody do 25% more damage to the waves. She's an excellent starter character, and again, you get her on day 3. Again, she's not a big damage dealer, so I didn't take her up to 6 stars, but I think 5 promotion stars is a great spot for her to be at for a very long time. And now I did mention Wrath. Wrath is one of the best legend or epic lords in the game, and you get him as a day 14 login reward. You can take a look at the sign in. He is right here. You also get a second copy of him on, what is that, day 44, and you can use that copy to awaken him. You also get multiple free epic awakening stones, and you can see on my free-to-play here, I've put all of them into Wrath so far, because he is just great. His awakening guarantees, triggering Soul Basher guarantees a critical hit. This one inflicts burning on targets that take AoE damage from Heavy Blow, and his fifth awakening is definitely his best one. When Heavy Blow is triggered, this hero restores 30% of the damage dealt, which is just unbelievable. He's amazing. He's one of the best fighters in the game. Definitely an S tier champion overall for the game, and you get him for free on day 14 just for logging in. Definitely worth investing in. And just a note, Ain is the day 7 login. He's an okay champion. He is an epic lord for a faction that you get a lot of people for early on, I believe. Yeah, like Borut's in the faction, Rex is in the faction, Camille. So he definitely helps you out early game. I definitely would not take him past 5 stars though. Definitely will be replaced later on. But people like Idril and Wrath and Mari, I'm still using on my main today, and they're staples of the end game. Now, the fourth tip is going to be progressing through the hero's path. So down right here, you can see the storyline, and here's your hero's path. You can tell my alt, even though it doesn't have too many champions and overall isn't too progressed, I'm pushing this as hard as possible. It really does a great job of leading you through the game and getting you where you need to be. It always makes sure you're caught up on campaign where you're supposed to be, and it helps you progress everywhere pretty evenly. And at the end, you get an excellent, very, very solid A tier champion, Volca, and she'll definitely be helpful, especially if you push this as fast as possible. It can be completed, I believe, within the first 19 days of playing. I know I actually just unlocked her on my main account, and I believe I've been playing for about 20 days now. So again, especially if you're free to play, having her on day 19 is just unbelievably great for your account. And the fifth tip is going to be don't invest in gear rate. You don't need gear. You're not going to need gear for a very long time until right around about when you're pushing for Volca. Once you start to get into probably tier 13, 14 of Gear Raid 2 and tier 13, 14 of Gear Raid 3 is when I would say you're probably going to hit a wall and you're going to start to need some mythic gear. So until you hit those stages and can farm mythic gear consistently, I would not worry about it. You are much, much better off farming champion XP. You're going to be able to, you can see my alt here is, Gear Raid 2 and 3, I just beat 10 today on both of those. And I've been farming EXP Raid 7 for at least 5 days now. It is definitely, definitely worth it to farm EXP and to farm promotion raids and to level and promote your characters before you start wasting your energy farming up a ton of legendary or even worse purple epic gear that you're just going to sell in a week when your champions get higher. You're never gonna regret leveling up a legendary champion to 6 stars, but you will regret farming gear that you sell in 5 days. And those have been my 5 tips for beginners. Let me know if you guys want to see some more, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.